Hello, and welcome to our very first set of battles for Go Battle League Season 9. Admittedly, I initially promised to do our first ranked set of battles in Pokemon Unite on this day, but I figured I really want to get through my very first sets of battles in Season 9 of Go Battle League, and I kind of want to do it on a live stream, truth be told. So I apologize. I am still planning on doing Pokemon Unite on Thursday, but in the meantime, go ahead and jump into some Pokemon Go, some Go Battle League, some Great League, and some Great League Remix. Specifically, we'll be doing 2 sets of each, 2 in Open, 2 in Remix, and we'll be alternating between the 2 throughout. So yeah, since this is our very first set of matches, our ranking has reset back to 1. We're at 0 wins out of 0 battles, yet somehow we've earned 500 Stardust. Not 100% sure how that works, but I mean, hey, I guess I'll take the 500 Stardust. But yeah, with that, we'll get into our very first sets of matches, and since this is the lower ranks, I honestly have absolutely no idea what to expect. I'm sure there's a good amount of people who will still stick closer to the meta, but it has been tradition in these lower ranks to really find anything and everything in these battles. So hopefully, from previous Go Battle League experiences, we are... Oh, Garbage Baby, welcome to the stream. Also, thank you very much for the good luck, as well as for the doggo Frankers. Always nice. But yeah, previous experiences in rank 1, we have been able to pull very positive sets, so hopefully we'll be able to continue the trend. Knock on wood, but I mean, really only one way to find out. I'm gonna try stuff that sounded fun today in 1 through 6. Shadow Manectric was fun. Oh, it does sound like a lot of fun. Admittedly, I will still be experimenting, but I am still going to be experimenting. Well, I'm still going to be fairly meta, sticking fairly close to the meta on this one, even though, I mean, we could go wild. But with that, though, I'm willing to put my premium battle pass where my mouth is. We're going to go ahead and jump into this with some premium rewards to start everything off. Get a little bit extra fanfare going. And at the very least, it guarantees that we are able to get the initial rank 1 encounter out of the way. Hopefully. Fingers crossed we at least get 1 win out of today. Cofagrigus felt weak for me, but I ran it with Manek, so I don't know if it get any better. The team built around it. Yeah, Cofagrigus is entering into a very, very crowded space. That being said, I actually am going to be leading things off in Open with our own Cofagrigus team. I will be transparent on this one though. We have this team in particular I actually found off of an infographic which is tied to an article made by Go Stadium, into which case this is one of the teams that was recommended. So I was planning to switch up a bit, but I decided why not give it a try. I have the Pokemon at my disposal. Really want to try Cofagrigus. Scrafty is usually pretty solid for me. I haven't used Vigoroth in quite a while, so I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. Yeah, I guess enough of my rambles. Let's go ahead and jump into the battles. Let's see what we do with this Go Stadium team as we go into match number 1 against Poke that ass. Anyway. Forgive me. Alright, so with that, first matchup is against an Absol, into which case that does give me an excellent opportunity to bring in my fighter, not fighter, in the form of Vigoroth. I believe I should be able to tank out the... it was Mega Horn. Not sure why I didn't bother to shield that, but it's okay. We're still able to clear out the Absol, so we're okay there. We're fine-ish there. Alright, with that, they do bring in the Cherrim, so it does give me at the very least a neutral chance to see how well Cofagrigus can shine. I'm gonna go ahead and fire a Psychic their way. See if maybe I can get the debuff, or at the very least their shield. We are able to get the shield. No debuff, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Alright, that Cofagrigus is looking a little bit pale over here. I mean, it's dead, I guess, so I guess it can't get much paler than that. But with that, I have decided to save what remains of my Cofagrigus, even though for one reason or another it's probably not going to be able to do much if it does need to come back after my Scrafty. But nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and fire off a Power Up Punch, clear out the Cherrim, which I guess was charging up a Solar Beam or something. But with that, we are now face to face with an Alomomola. Go ahead. The waterfall is starting to take good chunks out of my Scrafty, so I'm gonna go ahead, waste no time here. Let's start firing off that foul play, get that going. Alright, that. Chip out of the way a little bit more with Power Up Punch. Maybe I can get a couple good, like, powered up counters in before my Scrafty's inevitable demise, and Scrafty actually comes in clutch with the win. GG's all around. Alright, so definitely a bit of a... Definitely wasn't a good idea for me to try and tank out that Mega Horn. That was definitely not well planned on my end. But beyond that, Cofagrigus was struggling a little bit in the neutral battle against Razor Leaf. However, I believe Razor Leaf is known to pack quite a punch on its own, so I guess take with that what you will. And at the very least, Scrafty was able to come in clutch in the end, so I'll definitely take that. But we are now 1-0. Let's see if we go 2-0 against Filthy Chicken. Gross. What do you got? Alright, first roundup is against a Pupitar. Once again, welcome to the lower ranks of Go Battle League, where literally anything and everything will pop up. Like a Pupitar with Rock Smash. Saving the COs for next season, yeah, exactly. Accidentally just starting up a challenge of like, how long can I go through this entire set without using a single shield? I don't know if I want to keep up with that, but I mean, hey. Alright, with that, we are now face to face with a Gyarados using Bite. Definitely not something I want to hang out for, so for one reason or another, I've decided to switch out for the Scrafty. At the very least, I should be able to gain myself a little bit of an extra buff here with Power Up Punch. Yeah, right now, unfortunately, counter's not really doing too much damage to the Gyarados, but Bite is also not doing too much damage to my Scrafty, so at the very least, I don't have to worry too much there. With that, I'm actually going to try and tank it out. Let's see how well we handle. It's Dragon Pulse. We are not feeling the greatest, but Scrafty's managing. It's holding. I did a set with Shadow Manek, Shadow Grotto. I miss Grotto so much. Shadow Grotto sounds interesting. I don't know what moves Grotto knows, but was it packing like a Shadow Razor Leaf going for it? That'd be pretty dope if it is. Alright, so that's goodbye to my... That was goodbye to my Scrafty, but we were able to clear out the Lapras. Hopefully they weren't... really hoping they weren't lagging out at the end of that one. Because I feel like that kind of sours the win a little bit, but at the very least we still had Cofagrigus hanging out in the back, so if they did have a charge move at the ready, I think we would have managed okay. Yeah, GG's all around, and thank you very much for the follow, Garbage Fady. Greatly appreciated. Alright. The good news, we are 2-0 and we have saved all of our shields. I guess let's see if we can go 3-0. Maybe we can keep our shields through this too? I don't know. As we go into Legos 44. Alright, with that, our first matchup is against the Phalanx. Oh, that's dope. Okay, okay. Coming in hot with the Gen 8, I see. Probably would have been a good idea for me to chuck out Psychic for more super effective damage, but I'm chucking the Shadow Ball anyway. In either event, we are able to clear out the shield. And let's go ahead and see if Cofagrigus can tank out whatever Phalanx has in store for us. It is Brick Break. I'm pretty sure we should be fine. Yeah, we're more than fine here. Cofagrigus having a field day right now. We'll see if that continues as they get into their next Pokemon. It is Tranquil. Well, unfortunately, we are now no longer effective against this opponent. Oh, thank you very much for the compliment on the audio. It was a lot of trial and error. They're also under 800 CP. I never actually realized that. Well, shoot. Oh, we also seem to be running into some technical difficulties. But hello and welcome back to the stream, Curbs. Welcome to our first set of Go Battle League Season 9. Apparently, we had just encountered a 677 CP Tranquil. And now we're against a 970 Stantler. I'm also thinking, I can't tell if they're lagging out or if they just kind of accepted what has happened. I apologize if they lagged out, but played 2 games earlier and now you're not getting sleep. I see. Continuing the sleepless nights. At least you get to see us psychic out a Stantler. But I guess nonetheless, GG's all around. I was about to say that felt like it was really fast for 5 battles, but no, we've only hit 3. Oh, see, you have a question. Hit me. I might have an answer. How am I with light to medium horror? I guess depends on how many people are with me and the time of day. Like if it was right at this moment, probably not great. It would just be you since it would be a mobile game. Yeah, I can. I don't know. I don't know if I'll survive. I've never been, I don't know how well I'd handle. I've never really gone through... I don't know if I've ever actually gone through horror games. Not straight up horror games. Something to explore later, I guess. Maybe something to explore as we get into the spooky months. The spooky month is greatly approaching. Could be something interesting to explore. Friend Zone and Friend Zone 2 and stream them eventually if you can. Do not look anything up. If you have questions on it, ask me and answer. Okay, Friend Zone and Friend Zone 2. I'll greatly consider that. If it's light to medium horror, it might be a nice little like Halloween special kind of thing maybe. Can keep the horror on the light side, I guess. Yeah, so it seems like a game where you're trying not to... it's one of those kind of games. It's one of those like it starts out as like this simple thing, and then all of a sudden you just keep going, and everything gets, it gets darker. Is it like a lighter Doki Doki? Are you talking like that levels of darker, or is it like a in-lore kind of darker? Moist. Thank you for the recommendation. I'll definitely, I will consider it. I say I would look into it, but as you've said, don't look anything up. So if the stream happens, then yeah, I'll go in as blind as I possibly can. Try to avoid any like pictures and descriptions from even the App Store. You never know. Apple can be pretty spoilery sometimes. And Google, I guess. All I can say is both games took me about 2 hours total, so you should be able to do it both in one stream. Okay. There you go. Maybe we have plans for a Halloween special. I know I don't have anything else planned, so... So, potential friend zone stream on near Halloween weekend. In the meantime, we'll continue on with our own ghostly adventures as we go into battle number 4 in this set. Alright, let's see who it is. Next match is against Safar 5. Alright, Safar, what do you got? It's a Kangaskhan. Not a particularly ideal start, so I'm going to switch over to Vigoroth, which is also probably not ideal because it's hitting me with, I think that's low sweep. So that's particularly not ideal, but it is what it is. I'm wearing mild language, mild themes, that kind of stuff. Mostly text though, no images or anything. Oh, okay. Good to know, good to know. Alright. Let's see if we can, in the meantime, try this no shield streak. Vigoroth is somehow still alive after tanking out an earthquake. And we are actually able to clear out the Kangaskhan. Look at that. Alright, with that, we are now face to face with a Flygon. Interesting. With that, I'm going to go ahead and bring back Cofagrigus. I am needing to tank out Dragon Tail, which is not particularly ideal, but it is what it is. In the meantime, let's test out its durability on Dragon Claw. Not particularly the greatest, but it's still surviving. It's still kicking. With that, we can go ahead and fire a Psychic their way, get them into the red, like so. That we can actually clear out the. We did manage to clear out the Flygon, and now we are left to verse a Magmortar. That though, I'm just gonna go ahead and no nonsense switch into the Scrafty, and you know what? I'm gonna Wimp out. I'm sorry. I'm using the shield. Partially glad I'm dead because it was Brick Break. So the no shield streak is over. I am sorry. I have let you down. But at the very least, we were able to finish off the Magmortar with our Scrafty and secure victory number 4. GG's. GG's all around. And we have actually made it to a new day, which means new field research, which we can take a look at in just a moment. But for now, let's go ahead and finish off this set. Let's see if we can end it in the sweep 5-0 as we go into our next match against Mopsy. Mopsy. I'm gonna say Mopsy. With that, we are now face to face with a Venusaur. Alright. Definitely not feeling the. I was gonna say not feeling the Frenzy Plant, but they're taking their sweet time generating that energy, so maybe they have Frenzy Plant, maybe they don't, but it doesn't matter because we cleared them out with Psychic anyway. Alright, with that though, we are now face to face with a Greedent. Alright. Full disclosure, I have absolutely no idea what moves Greedent knows. I think it knows Crunch, if anything. So we gotta be on the lookout for that. With that though, I actually am gonna go ahead and switch out for my Scrafty. Assuming they're throwing out a Dark type move, we should be able to handle that with relative ease. It is Body Slam. We are still actually able to handle that with relative ease. And with that, they're actually switching out for an Umbreon, Shiny Flex Umbreon. Unfortunately, it's not a fully powered Umbreon, and I'm fairly positive my Scrafty would have been able to handle anything it threw at me anyway, but didn't really matter because they decided to call it a night. Nonetheless, GG's all around. And with that, we were successfully able to once again close out our rank 1 first set battle with a total of 5 wins out of 5. So with that, I'll go ahead and first claim this Charizard. Alright, with that we got ourselves a 3-day streak, couple extra Stardust, 10 Charmander candies, and some XLs as well. It's pretty decent IVs, but I'm transferring out anyway. Sorry, Charizard. With that though, I can go ahead and claim this Sinnoh Stone. 900 Stardust, 6 rare candies, and 5 charge TMs. And with that, we are now rank 2. Hey. Yeah, with that, we have successfully got ourselves a 5-0 to start out the night, to start out Season 9. So that just means it's all downhill from now. Okay. Hopefully. Cross our fingers, knock on wood, that's not the case. But before we move on to our next set, I'm going to battle this grunt. So we're going to battle this grunt real quick, because this grunt is grunt number 1000. And I would very much like to do figure no better way to get grunt number 1000 than to defeat it live. Hopefully we are actually able to defeat it live. I don't see why not, but you know, things happen. We got nothing better to do, so I'm on Discord a lot. Yeah, I get that. Discord can get pretty addicting. A good time. What is it? Good way to pass the time. Nah, I'm gonna lose to that grunt. I really hope not. I did take a second to read that comment. So we've been led into our last Pokemon. It's a good thing it's Lugia. And we're fighting types. So yeah, there we go. Grunt number 500 Stardust. Grunt number 1000. That would have absolutely sucked if I lost to Grunt 1000, but that would have been embarrassing. I might as well just quit Pokemon Go right here and now. I got Makuhita. It's not a great Makuhita, so I'm just gonna transfer it out. Sorry, buddy. But with that, we got an invisible medal. Hey. Yeah, I believe that heads gold, I believe. Yes. Now we're halfway to platinum. Let's do it. Yeah, invisible medals for the win. Alright, go Rocket Grunts aside. Let's go ahead and continue on with our battles throughout Go Battle League. This time around, I'm going to be jumping into Great League Remix. And this time around, I'm going to be starting out with the ever-trusty Dugong with the Icy Wind debuff available. We got ourselves Obstagoon rocking that fighting combo, even though it's not a fighting type business. And we got ourselves a Charmer to close things out in the form of Clefable. Yeah, I guess with that, let's go ahead and jump into our first set of Great League Remix. Hopefully, this team is able to work for us. You know, hopefully you can follow that. If it works, it works. But I guess we'll have to see as we go into our first match with Myrtle 89. Alright, Myrtle. First round is against a Poliwrath. Definitely not an ideal start. In fact, why am I still here? Let's go ahead and switch out for the Clefable, into which case they decide to switch out for the Shiftry, interestingly enough. With that, I'm assuming it's Leaf Blade, but I'm still going to shield out anyway, just because I want my Clefable to remain alive as long as it possibly can, since we are now face to face with the Diggersby. Interestingly enough, Dugong is Baby Lugia. I can't argue with that. That sounds legit. So right now we are blocking that out real quick. I may need to tank out one Fire Punch. I'm assuming this next one's probably going to be... or it might have gained enough energy for maybe like an Earthquake or something. It is Earthquake. Ooh, it does clear out my Clefable, unfortunately. But with that, let's go ahead and bring back Dugong. We're gonna go ahead and fire off an Icy Wind their way. We might not be able to, do too much damage against it, but at the very least we should be able to debuff it to Oblivion. Oh, you're actually gonna head off to sleep? That's cool. Thank you for joining the stream, Curbs. Thank you for the recommendation. I'll definitely be taking a look at that. Or I'm definitely looking into that sometime during Halloween. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know where else I was going with that, but yeah. In any event, we have been able to wither down the Poliwrath. Unfortunately, it is going to clear us out with Scald. That's rather painful. But with that, we are able to close it out with Obstagoon. And now all we gotta do is finish off the Diggersby, which we should be able to with Cross Chop. With that, got a little bit of charging. Obstagoon going Super Saiyan over here. Alright, with that we managed to clear out the Diggersby and secure our first win of this set. GG's all around. Alright, so far so good in Great League Remix. We are so that solid 1-0. We're continuing the win streak from last time. Let's see if we can keep it going. Get ourselves 2-0 against one Burke, 9007. Alright, let's see what you got. First round is against a Whimsicott. Probably Rockin' Charm. It is indeed Rockin' Charm. With that, they'll be switching out for a Ferrothorn. I am still going to go ahead and chuck out that Icy Wind their way. Make like a little bit easier for my Obstagoon as it comes in. Alright, with that, I think I'm still go ahead and shield just in case it is Power Whip. It is indeed Power Whip, so grateful I shielded on that one. Alright, with that, I'm going to go ahead and fire a Cross Chop their way. Either get some good damage in or take out the shield. We have officially taken out the shield. I'll take that. With that, I do want to keep my Obstagoon alive as long as I possibly can, so I'm going to go ahead and use up my second shield. Clear out, avoid the Power Whip at all costs, and with that we are able to clear out the Ferrothorn. With that though, we are now face to face with an Alolan Muk. Alrighty then. So with that, we are now face to face with the said Alolan Muk, but we are able to successfully clear out both of the last shield. So at the very least, we are able to freely fire as many cross chops as we can before Alolan Muk gets its sweet revenge. With that, it is Acid Spray, so we are going to be losing a good chunk of defense there. With that, they have come in with the Whimsicott once again and fire off the Night Slash just as like a final goodbye, I guess. With that though, we bring in Dugong. Unfortunately, Dugong was not able to reach its Icy Wind in time, so I think I'll be saying goodbye to the Dugong. R.I.P. buddy. With that though, we can counter their Charmer with our own Charmer in the form of Clefable. And with that, I think we should be at the very least able to do some neutral damage against Alolan Muk here. Guessing by how quickly it's firing off, we could still be looking at Acid Spray in our near future. Yep, there's Acid Spray. With that though, it shouldn't matter too much because we are able to clear out Alolan Muk with our Clefable. With that, GG's all around. Definitely starting to feel a little bit more resistance a little bit more threatened by the opponent as we continue on. But hopefully we're still able to pull out some wins as we go against Lugsdad. Alright, first matchup is against a Nidoqueen, Shadow Nidoqueen, might I add. With that though, judging by how quickly that went, I'm pretty sure it's going to be firing off Poison Jab, into which case or Poison Fang, into which case we were able to handle that relatively well. But with that, they do decide to switch out for an Obstagoon. So with that being said, I'm going to fire off the Icy Wind real quick and just go ahead and switch out for my Clefable, into which case I'm still able to save my shields for the next round because Night Slash, yeah, doesn't really do too much to us. So with that, we are able to at the very least clear out the Obstagoon. However, this does mean that my Clefable now has to deal with the remainder of the Nidoqueen, of the Shadow Nidoqueen for that matter. With that though, I think I am just going to go ahead and save my shields for the future. Does unfortunately mean the end of my Clefable, so RIP's there. With that though, I am going to go ahead and bring back the Dugong. I am also going to go ahead and use up my shield on this one. Make sure, you know, Dugong stays alive as long as it possibly can. And maybe, just maybe, clear out the Nidoqueen. Yep, there we go. And with that, we are now face to face with a Tropius. This might be troublesome. It's definitely going to be troublesome. At the very least, we are able to lower its attack, so we don't have to worry about that at the very least. But we do need to... I am going to go ahead and shield this one, just in case. Alright, his Leaf Blade probably could have done some fairly good neutral damage to us, so just to play it safe, just to keep my Obstagoon alive as long as it possibly can. With that though, we do manage to clear out their last shield as well. So now it's just a matter of how much damage Leaf Blade does to us and how much damage we're able to counteract with Night Slash. It's a battle of attrition and a battle of neutral damage here. Let's see who could possibly outshine the other in this battle of neutral damage. Alright, with that though, we actually do manage to get to one more Night Slash. I think they are trying to charge up something big, but fortunately, I think with this, we are not going to let them. Yep, and with that, we are able to secure victory number 3. GG's all around. I think if anything, the attack debuff from the Icy Wind definitely helped us quite a bit in that final matchup. I definitely made sure that Obstagoon was actually able to survive long enough to get in enough Night Slashes there. Yeah, so far so good. Let's see if we can keep it up against Renge 42839. Alright, Renge, what do you got? Alright, first matchup is against the Superior. So we're definitely going to be duking it out with super effective damage at each other. If anything, I do think they're going to get to... Yep, they are going to get to Frenzy Plant before us. So I'm definitely going to want to shield that one. Because Frenzy Plant hurts quite a bit. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and see if I can... reduce that a little bit. Let's calm the Superior's Frenzy Plant down by a tad, or at the very least, clear off the Superior. I'll definitely take that too. With that though, we are now face to face with a Shiny Flex in the form of Jolteon. Definitely not something that Dugong wants. I'd rather not have Dugong face off, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch out for my Obstagoon. Let's see how well it's able to handle. I'm gonna go ahead and try and see if it can tank out this next charge move. It's gonna be Thunderbolt. Ooh, definitely getting us pretty hard into the yellow there. But with that, we are now face to face with an Emboar. Probably not ideal for me to have fired off that Night Slash there, but it is what it is. that though, let's go ahead and respond to their Emboar with a Cross Chop. And with that, we at the very least are able to take out the second shield, so I'll take that. With that, I'll go ahead and try and close things out with my Clefable. I am going to go ahead and use up my last shield here, just in case it's Blast Burn. Yeah, that definitely would have... Cofagrigus definitely would not have liked to have tanked that out. I think that's safe to say. It probably would not have liked that. And with that, Cofagrigus is able to charm away their shiny Jolteon, and we are able to secure another victory. GG's all around. Alright. Man, we are blasting through these battles right now. Alright, my next matchup is against Ulcrapoid 32. Alright, let's see what you got, Ulcrapoid. Your first matchup is against an Emboar. So definitely going to be suffering from some neutral damage from this Emboar. Let's go ahead and see if I can lower your attack a little bit, so when Blast Burn comes into play, I will be able to tank it out a little bit better. And we are also able to clear out the shield on that one, so I'll take that. With that, actually I'm going to go ahead and see how well Dewgong can handle Blast Burn. I'm actually not 100%. Oh, it's actually Flame Charge. We're definitely able to handle that much better. With that though, they do bring their attack back into a very neutral position. With that though, let's see if they think I'm far enough an Icy Wind with a, as we've actually fired off a Water Pulse, and we are actually able to clear out the Emboar. So I will take that. With that, we are now face to face with the Stunfisk. In which case, they have actually decided to switch out for the Shiny Flex Celebi. The Pink Onion Fairy has made its debut on the battlefield. Decided to try and greet it with the Night Slash. Grateful I did though, because it does actually boost our attack, surprisingly enough. Now with that, I am going to go ahead and shield that one. Make sure, you know, I gotta treasure this attack boost as much as I can. Keep the Obstagoon alive. Keep the Obstagoon going. Let it go Super Saiyan. And it's able to clear out the Pink Onion Fairy. Let's see how it does against the Electric Pancake. Definitely a concern, but I think we should... I have faith that we'll be okay. And they seem to have stopped. Hopefully it's not due to lag, otherwise that would greatly spoil the attack buff, but nonetheless, might as well finish off this set. Alright, awesome, they are still alive. I'll go ahead and let them hit me with a Mud Bomb. I think that's a fair exchange. Or a Discharge. I'll let them hit me. That's I think it's only fair. You know, it could have been due to lag, so, you know, at least let them hit me once. But nonetheless, they have decided to call it a night, so we are able to secure victory on that one. GG's all around. And with that, we've managed to get through rank 2 with another 5-0. I'll take that. That I can go ahead and claim these 330 Stardust, another Sinnoh Stone. I guess this encounter now with a Nidorina. Oh, and we got a critical catch. And a brand new Nidorina. How's your stats? Pretty solid, actually. Alright, I'm going to transfer you out anyway. I'm sorry. With that though, we can go ahead and claim these 3 rare candies as well as this 660 Stardust. And with that, we have moved on to rank 3. And we got ourselves 1200 Stardust. Alright, so far we've had ourselves a good introduction to Open Great League and a good introduction to Remix, or Great League Remix. So now let's go ahead and see I guess let's go ahead and do one more set of battles for both Open and Remix and see if we can keep this train going, this winning streak going. Let's go ahead and jump into another set of basic rewards. Let's go ahead and jump right back into Open Great League, and this time around we finally have the opportunity to try out Pidgeot with Feather Dance. With that, we also have get to try out more of Jellicent. Recently I added Bubble Beam onto it, so we'll see if we can get ourselves some good baits out of that. And finally we'll be closing out with our ever fragile but potentially good coverage friend in the form of Toxicroak. So with that said, let's see how this team does in our first match of this set, which will be against Manskudaster. Alright, Man. Let's see what you got. Alright, first matchup is against an Alolan Ninetales. And with that, they've already decided to call it a night. So I guess that's GG's all around. Alrighty then. Well, that was fast. Also got us our 30th win for the level 44 level requirements. Not the greatest way to get it, but I mean, I guess so. I guess a win is a win, so I guess I can't argue there. Alright, so after that one gust, let's see. Let's get a trial on this team, take 2, as we go against Komi Republic. Alright, Komi, what do you got? Alright, first matchup is against a Metacham. So we actually have some good standings there. And they have decided to quit out of this battle as well. GG's all around. Something seems a little off about that. Like, are they actually quitting, or is like something breaking? I guess we'll find out as we go into match number 3 against Clara0226. Will they actually stick it out for the battle? Guess we'll find out as we go against the Mew. Okay. We got something going here. We actually have a battle on our hands, guys. No worries. Set making me nervous, bruh. With that, they bring in the Skarmory, into which case I decided to bring in a Toxicroak, which actually probably wasn't the greatest of ideas now that I think about it. But with that, let's go ahead and just ride with it. We ride with our mistakes here, guys. I fully accept the responsibility of this one. Alright, with that though, I am going to go ahead and fire a Sludge Bomb its way. At the very least, take out the first shield, so you know we don't have to worry about that. I should have fired off a Mud Bomb. I think that would have been funny. With that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Jellicent, which does need to tank out either Sky Attack or Brave Bird. Hopefully it's not Brave Bird. It is Brave Bird. Ooh, it does get it deep into the yellow. Not particularly ideal, but Jellicent is still able to close out that deal there. With that though, we are now once again face to face with the Mew. With that, I'm going to go ahead and waste no time here. Let's go ahead and fire off that Shadow Ball. We are able to, at the very least, clear out the shield. Ooh. I don't know which one it read. I hope it's Feather Dance. Oh no, it's Brave Bird. I done goofed. Oh, maybe I didn't goof that hard. Okay, I goofed pretty hard. I goofed hard on this one. I messed up. I done goofed. RIPs. I should have fired off Feather Dance. That would have sealed the deal, but it is what it is. First loss of the night. RIPs there. But nonetheless, GG's all around. It's a rough way to go, because I know all of the mistakes I made on that one, and that was not ideal. But nonetheless, we got our first loss of the night. Kind of rough, but you know, we're still in the positive for one reason or another. And let's go ahead and see if we can, you know, get ourselves our first legitimate win as we go against Kaito 8375. Alright, with that, we are now face to face with a Medicham. They are actually fighting this one out, so I have high hopes here. With that, I'm decided to switch out for the Jellicent on this one for some reason, even though Toxic Croak was right there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this team. I don't know, man. Alright, well, I guess this team does have the ability to scare people off at the very least, so I guess nonetheless, GG's all around. Alright, so a lot of people have called it quits for the night on this one. Let's see if they decide, this next opponent decides to stick it out as we go against AKG 1006. 1006. Alright, first opponent once again is a Medicham. They have decided to quickly switch out for the Stunfisk, into which case I will switch out for the Toxicroak. With that, I don't think they gain enough energy for Earthquake. That's fine. Oh no, they did. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me, guys. That's on me. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and do a little bit of debuffs here with Bubble Beam. Let's get that going. Alright, we were able to get some super effective damage, but we didn't really get too much else in. We didn't get too much damage in, but that's kind of the whole shtick with Bubble Beam in it. With that though, they did fire off another Earthquake. It does make me wonder if they actually even have Rock Slide to begin with. But let's not give them the opportunity to test that out. With that, we've done 2 debuffs. Even if it is Earthquake, I think we should be able to handle very well. His Rock Slide, we are able to handle that very well. And with that, we are able to clear out the Stunfisk. With that, let's go ahead and see if we can waste no time here and go ahead and fire off a Shadow Ball their way. Yep, and we are able to actually do a good amount of damage on that one. With that, they are coming in with their next attack. I think we should be able to tank it out. It is Psychic. Oof. And with that though, they do switch out for the Bastiodon. Unfortunately, the only thing I have left is Pidgeot. So unfortunately, we are very much in a rock and a hard place right now. With that, let's go ahead and fire Feather Dance their way. Obviously does nothing to their health, but at the very least does drop their attack partially, apparently. So, at the very least, we have that going for us. I don't really know how much that actually saves us, truth be told, but nonetheless, go ahead and fire off another Feather Dance, get a little like Pot Shot in and drop their attack a little bit more, but unfortunately I think they are going to finish this off with the next Stone Edge, considering how low my health is for my Pidgeot. Yep, and unfortunately that marks the end of that. RIPs there, but nonetheless GG's all around. So with that being the most confusing set that I've gone through, we unfortunately did not continue the winning streak, but we did still get, I guess, a respectable 3 wins out of 5. So with that, I can go ahead and claim this 330 Stardust, this fast TM, as well as an encounter with a Sableye. Alright, but nonetheless, we got ourselves a brand new Sableye. Yeah, let's check its IVs real quick. Not bad, but I'm still going to transfer you out. Sorry, buddy. With that though, we can go ahead and claim the rank rewards, and at the very least we still make it to rank 4, and we still get ourselves 1040 Stardust at the very least, so I'll take that. So yeah, with that we were able to start very strong with 2 5-0s in our first 2 sets. However, we did kind of drop a little bit in our most recent one, but still managed to get a respectable 3 wins out of 2. The 3 wins, though, were a little bit odd because all of them were essentially rage quits. So I don't know how much I'd count it, but nonetheless, I guess a win is a win. Alright, but with that, we've gone through 2 sets of Open Great League. We've gone through 1 set of Remix. So let's go ahead and jump in for 1 final set of Remix to kind of balance everything out. Then we jump into Remix, and this time around I will start out with my newly formed Lucario. We got ourselves the... Oh, Wigglytuff is not something that I can use in Remix. Oh, I need to adjust that real quick. Hang on. Alright. I might be losing some form of coverage here, but I'm going to be actually closing on with a Whimsicott instead. Different Charmer here, but not sure 100% what I'm going to be losing out on that, but nonetheless, really there's only one way to find out as we jump into this next set. Nope, just about to grab water, but it's okay because we're jumping into our first match against Mist 2098. Alright, Mist, what do you got? Alright, first matchup is against a Sceptile, interestingly enough. Alright. Alright, with that though, they are coming in hot, quite literally, with a Charizard. I'll go ahead and Pock Shot it with Power Punch. However, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly jump out of that matchup and bring in the Nidoqueen. Bring in the Queen. With that, I am going to go ahead and shield out their Dragon Claw. Probably could have been able to tank it, but I'd rather not take that chance, you know. With that, let's go ahead and respond with a Poison Fang. Drop their defense, if by a little. And with that, I am going to go ahead and shield one last time. Even if it is Dragon Claw, I'd rather keep Nidoqueen alive as long as I can. Fortunately, it was Blast Burn, so I think we made a solid call on that one. With that, they do bring back the Sceptile, who will be doing neutral damage to us with that, with the grass moves there. Yeah, I think they are going to be hitting us hard with Leaf Blade here. Yeah, unfortunately, that does mark the end of my Nidoqueen. R.I.P. buddy, you have served well. With that, I am going to go ahead and bring back the Lucario, who is able to handle the... who was able to handle the thing with relative ease, but now I'm going to go ahead and use this opportunity to actually jump out for a moment and bring in Whimsicott, who should be able to handle this Mud Bomb fairly well. Yep, Whimsicott's able to handle the Mud Bomb very respectfully. The only thing that we have to worry about right now is can we clear the we cannot clear the Wish Cache before it gets to its next charge move, but can we survive if this is Blizzard? It's Water Pulse, so yeah, we're definitely okay on that end. So with that, we should be able to clear out this Wish Cache, and let's see if we can clear out this Sceptile with this final Grass Knot. Excuse me. Alright, so with that, we are able to clear the Sceptile. Side note, I forgot to point out, Shiny Flex. Much respect. But with that, we managed to secure ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so far, so good. Nidoqueen definitely came in clutch in that one. And of course, Whimsicott did a great job closing it out. But let's see how well all of our team performs against Dreamster. I think that was Dreamster Irad, or Dreamster Ireland, or something like that. But yeah, first matchup is against a Shadow Snorlax, which they quickly change out for a Shadow Hypno, into which case I'm going to go ahead and respond to that with our Whimsicott. With that, I am going to go ahead and shield, because there is a good chance that it is packing Fire Punch. It is indeed packing Fire Punch. So definitely want to shield that as much as I possibly can. With that, they are firing off one more. I am going to go ahead and use one more shield, then And with that... Yep, so unfortunately we are now out-shielded, but at the very least we are able to clear out their Hypno. So with that, we do still have to worry about Shadow Snorlax in the back, or up front and center. Shadow Snorlax has made its triumphant return. We did mess up our Grass Knot quite a bit, but it was still able to do quite a good amount of damage against the Shadow Snorlax. So I will take that. I will take that. With that though, we are now going to be saying goodbye to our Whimsicott. RIP buddy, you have served well. With that though, let's go ahead and switch out for Lucario. And just kidding, we're going to be switching out for the Nidoqueen, who is able to tank out that charm like there's no tomorrow. Let's go ahead and fire off Poison Fang. They are able to block it out, but we do drop their defense, and we are able to, at the very least, clear out their shield, or clear out their Gardevoir. And Nidoqueen was also coming clutch to clear out the Snorlax. That GG's all around. Alright, so far, so good. We managed to win the 2 matches of this set. Let's see if we can get a new winning streak going and go for 3-0 as we go against 20-21-21. It's a lot of 20s, friend. Alright, let's see what you got. First matchup is against the Registeel, so we got ourselves a solid start here. With that, they do decide to switch out for the Cresselia, into which case I will switch out for the Whimsicott. And with that, it does look like we do have a slight bit advantage in the fast move damage department. However, we do need to shield out this next move. It is Aurora Beam, so I'm definitely going to want to shield that if and when it hits again. With that though, at the very least, we are able to reach Grass Knot, so we can either get some good damage in on the Cresselia, or take out a shield. We are able to take out the shield. I'll take that. With that, we are able to get into the red. I am going to go ahead and use up our last shield here. But at the very least, we should be able to clear out the Cresselia before it gets to another Aurora Beam. Hopefully. Okay, we're good there. So now we managed to clear out the Cresselia. Let's see what they bring back. They decide to bring back the Registeel. I am going to go ahead and fire off the Grass Knot just to get an extra Pock Shot in, you know? Just get the extra damage in. It ain't much, but I guess it's honest work. With that, they are going to go ahead and finish off the rest of our, what do you call it? The rest of our Whimsicott there. With that, I am going to go ahead and come in with the Nidoqueen, who I think should be able to handle Focus Blast a lot better than Lucario would. So, hence the reason why Nidoqueen is out. It is coming in hot with that Flash Cannon, though. So, not particularly ideal. With that, let's see if we can fake out their last shield with this Poison Fang. Nope, they have decided to tank it out. Alright, with that though, ooh, they are coming in with Colgate. I'm sorry, Shiny Obstagoon. Can't help but respect that. Alright, with that, Shiny Obstagoon is on the playing field. I do have enough for Power Up Punch, so I am definitely going to go ahead and fire that off. We are able to clear the Obstagoon. And now we are going to be full-on tanking whatever it is that Registeel is going to throw at us. It is indeed Focus Blast, so unfortunately that does mark the end of our... that does unfortunately mark the end of Lucario. I am still going to try and fire off Poison Fang, see if I can at least clear out that last shield. We are able to clear the last shield, and with that... yeah, unfortunately it is able to get to its next charge move, so no matter what it is, it's going to be clearing out our Nidoqueen. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's all around. The very least, much respect to the shiny flex in both the mint green Registeel and the Colgate Obstagoon. Much respect. I think solid. Alright, so unfortunately, we did get a loss there. However, we are 2-1. Let's see if we can go for 3-1 in our next match against Kodamasa 55. Alright, Kodamasa, let's see what you got. Alright, first matchup is against a Poliwrath. Definitely something I probably don't want to stick around for, and yet I'm still here. So, take that what you will. I've decided to stick it out for whatever reason. We're still here, we're still kicking, we're still fighting it out. That I am definitely going to want to shield out this next one. It is Scald. Interesting. Probably would have done some pretty nasty neutral damage. Lucario isn't exactly known for being the most tankiest of individuals. That though, can I clear the Poliwrath? I cannot clear the Poliwrath before it gets to its next move. Now I'm going to go ahead and shield this next one. It is Scald once again. So once again, I'll give the argument that if anything, it probably would have done some pretty nasty neutral damage to us. With that though, we are now face to face with a Toxicroak. See if I can get some pretty decent neutral damage in with Shadow Ball. We are able to get. With that, we are also able to clear out the Poliwrath. And now we just have Probopass, but they've decided to call it a night. But my app has decided to force close on me once again. So, apologies for the technical difficulties on that one. Alright. Alright, we are back. We have secured victory number 3, so at the very least we're ending this in a positive win-loss ratio. But we might as well see if we can get ourselves to a solid 4-1 as we go into our final match of the set and of the night against Evan or Devin 55. Wonder why you need the distinction, like Evan or Devin. Why the options? Alright, with that though, they have decided to switch out for a Lantern, to which case I have decided to switch out for the Whimsicott. I am going to try and tank this out because if I recall correctly, I don't believe Lantern has anything that can really hurt us. Yeah, we are able to tank out that Thunderbolt with relative ease there. We can probably tank out even a second one if they decide to fire it, but we'll see if they decide to keep their Lantern alive and going as we fire off this Grass Knot their way. So they have decided to sacrifice the Lantern. With that though, I'm assuming Registeel's in our near future. Yep, there's the Registeel. With that, I'm assuming they're going to be trying to build up as much energy as they can to get themselves 2 or at least 1.5 charge moves at the ready. With that, I am going to be saying goodbye to our Whimsicott here. RIP, buddy, you have served well. With that, though, I am going to go ahead and bring back Lucario. They bring in Wigglytuff, into which case I will bring in Nidoqueen. And with that, they have decided to call it a night. Nonetheless, GG's all around. Alright, fortunately we had our bases covered on that one, so I'll take that. And with that, we are able to secure ourselves a 4-1 victory. With that, I'll go ahead and claim these 370 Stardust, this Sinnoh Stone, once again. We got ourselves an encounter with a Solosis. Not sure if I'd ever particularly use it for any Go Battle League battles, but I guess it's always good to have the candy. Alright, with that, we got ourselves the brand new Solosis. Pretty good IVs, but I'm still going to transfer you out. Sorry, buddy. And with that, we can claim these 3 rare candies. And with that, we have made it to rank 5. And we got ourselves 1190 Stardust. So, sorry, make sure. Okay, so with that, ooh, we are at the mystery item page. Alright. Well, I guess since we have reached rank 5 and everything's about bonus items here, I guess it wouldn't hurt to do one final round. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be good stuff. But with that, I do need to build up a team real quick. I actually don't know what I want to throw in today. Let's see. Alright. I think I have something going. It's a real hodgepodge of a team. I have no idea how it's gonna perform, but we have it. We might as well try it. Let's see how many items we can get out of basic rewards as we jump into Open Great League, and we'll be starting out with the ever trusty Steel Pancake up at the front. We have ourselves the ever reliable Queen of Great League herself, Altaria, in the middle as our shiny flex. And finally, we'll be closing out with a Deoxys packing a Counter and Thunderbolt. So it's a Psychic type that's not really acting as a Psychic type, basically. Alright, so with that, let's see how this team performs in our impromptu rank 5 match. Alright, with that, we got ourselves a pairing for match number 1 against Bunsen 90. Alright, Bunsen, let's see what you got. First matchup is against a Hypno. So I'm feeling the start of this. With that though, if anything, Fire Punch is definitely going to be something to look out for. You should be able to tank out at least one if anything, but definitely something to still keep an eye out on. It is worth knowing though that they have been charging for a considerable amount of time, so it could be possible that they're saving up Fire Punches, or it could be possible they're saving up for something big like Shadow Ball. With that, just in case, let's go ahead and throw up our first shield here. It is indeed Shadow Ball, so that would have done some pretty nasty neutral damage to us if that had landed. So, fortunately, we were able to cover that one. Let's go ahead and keep on keeping on with the rock chucking. Let's see if at the very least we are able to... let's try tank this out. They could have enough energy for one more Shadow Ball, but... oh, they did. Okay. That definitely did hurt quite a bit. Not ideal there, but we were still at the very least able to clear out the Hypno, so we have that going for us. With that though, we are now face to face with a Medicham. Go ahead and see if we can figure him out with the Earthquake. We are able to actually get good damage there. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and switch out for the Altaria, who unfortunately now has to deal with a Bastiodon. Definitely not ideal there. Definitely not ideal there. With that, we might as well just keep on trying to chuck as much as we can at this Bastiodon before my Altaria kicks the bucket. Go ahead and fire one more Sky Attack their way. You know, get a couple extra Pock shots in while we're here. Like that though. Yeah, if anything, I think they're most likely considering the fact that they still have both shields and Bastiodon is basically taking no damage from my Altaria. They're just going to gain as much energy as they possibly can before the next Mon shows up. So there goes that. But now we can go ahead and bring in the Deoxys. I am going to go ahead and shield out their first attack just in case, because I'm assuming even if it is neutral damage, something like Flamethrower would still hurt quite a bit, I'm assuming. With that, we can go ahead and continue our rampage there. Let's go ahead and fire a Thunderbolt their way, so at the very least we can take out their... take out at least one of their shields, I'm assuming. Yep. We are able to get that. Let's go ahead and switch out for... Okay, so they haven't fallen for the bait. So, yeah, I did not time that very well, and that's on me. But nonetheless, hopefully, yep, we are able to handle Psychic with relative ease. If the other move is Ice Punch, we should still be able to handle it fairly well. It is still Psychic. It is getting us deeper and deeper into the red. In fact, it is bringing us into the red. So that's not particularly ideal there. And unfortunately, they did have a charge move at the ready. So unfortunately, I did not quite play my cards right on this matchup. RIPs there. But nonetheless, GG's all around. Gotta keep an eye out for that nasty Bastiodon. Those things are always a bane of my existence. So yeah, unfortunately not off to a great start for this one, but we still have 4 matches in us. We can still come back as we go into match number 2 with Gamba 7010. Alright, Gamba, what do you got? First matchup is against a Politoed. Definitely not particularly ideal, but I'm going to stick it out anyway just to see how well Stunfisk is able to handle itself. How it fares against the ever mighty Politoed. Alright, with that, I'm assuming I'm going to be trying to tank out the first of many Weather Balls. It is indeed. Ooh, and Weather Ball does, while it has been nerfed, it does still pack quite a punch. So it's definitely not something I'm going to want to try and tank out again. That it was unfortunately a CMP tie, so my Rock Slide did still count. Fair enough. Well, at the very least, we were able to take out their shield from that, so I'll take that. With that, I'll go ahead and bring in Altaria, get a couple extra damage in, and with that, they have brought in the ever-dreaded Bastiodon back onto the playing field. Hello, Bastiodon, my old friend. That we may be here for quite a while. At the very least, we can take this opportunity to try and Pock shot it with as much Sky Attacks as we physically can. With that though, we do have to be on the lookout for the fact that it is storing quite a good amount of energy on it, so be on the lookout for that. Unfortunately, there's a couple options there, so that Sky Attack is definitely not going to be as effective as usual. And with that, unfortunately, Bastiodon is able to stone our Altaria out of existence. With that, I'll go ahead and bring out Defense Form Deoxys. I will save my shield this time around. I think we can tank out whatever moves it throws at us. It's Flamethrower. We are more than okay here. We are definitely okay on that one. I think I am going to go ahead and shield the second one though, because if it is Stone Edge, it could probably pack quite a good punch. It is indeed Stone Edge, so we are able to save a little bit of our Deoxys' health there. And with that, we are actually able to clear out the Bastiodon for once. that they are coming back in with the Politoed. It looks like they are going to hit us with a Weather Ball right from the get-go, but fortunately Deoxys is able to shrug that off fairly well. With that though, let's go ahead and fire a Thunderbolt their way. We can either clear the Politoed or clear the shield. We have managed to clear the shield. They do actually have another Weather Ball at the ready. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It is Politoed after all. It might as well be their fast move, honestly. Ooh. Okay. So unfortunately, we were not able to get Thunderbolt out because I guess they have a higher attack stat than us. So yeah, unfortunately, they are able to get the power-up punch in. And unfortunately, oh yeah, it does look like Metacham is going to be closing out this one. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's all around. With that in mind, considering the amount of Bastiodons we've been facing, I think it would be a good idea for us to actually switch out Altaria, sorry buddy, and let us go with the, I think I'm going to go with Fire Spin Marowak on Alolan Marowak on this one. I was debating on putting a Mudboy there, but as fate would have it, most likely if I do put a Mudboy there, I'm going to be seeing TTV Sweaty Bot Boy, welcome to the stream. How do I have so many exactly 1500s? That's a very good question. I'm not sure how it ended that way. I guess I just got... I guess I've just been getting lucky on that one. Honestly, the luckiest to me is still the defense from Deoxys. I was not expecting that in the slightest, but... yeah, in any event, yeah, maybe, hopefully, the luck from getting all those 1500s, maybe it might transfer into this next match, which is going to be against an Azumarill. Definitely not a particularly ideal scenario for me, but I'm going to go ahead and stick it out nonetheless. How many Lugias have I caught today? I have caught no Lugias as of yet, because actually, since the day has just started for me, Lugia is not even out yet, I think, for me. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Oh, thank goodness we blocked that, because that was Hydro Pump. That would have ended horribly. Yeah, so no Lugias as of yet, but hopefully later on today, when raid hour is a thing, we'll be able to get ourselves a decent chunk of Lugias. Looking at maybe like 2 or 3. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and shield one more time. This could be Hydro Pump. It is indeed Hydro Pump again. So definitely don't want to. Definitely don't want to try and tank that one out. Or definitely don't want to try and tank that out as much as I possibly can. Let's go ahead and fire off an Earthquake. Pump it right if I don't have it already. Yeah, I think I have a friend recommend that one. It does seem interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I may look into it more. I'm assuming something that's definitely extra valuable considering, what is it, remote raids are a thing. Yeah, it's just heaps of people hosting raids. Yeah, definitely something I'm gonna look into. It will happen, I swear. In the meantime, they're gonna clear out my my Steel Pancake with Grass Knot. RIP's there. But now I'm gonna come in with the Yellow and Marowak. Hopefully we'll be able to tank out whatever move it's throwing our way. It is Moon Blast, so we are definitely A-okay there. Fortunately, they're rocking a Moon Blast Grass Knot combo, so we're Alolan Marowak was built for this combo. Lugia was here a while ago, and I have 12. Don't ask why. But oh, you have 12 now. I respect that. Any red ones? Any red amongst the sea of white and blues. Shadow Ball. Yes, one red one. Hey. I'll take that. I can respect the one red. Ooh, they're all above 90 IV. Yeah, that's solid. That's solid stuff right there. That it does only provide neutral damage, but at the very least we are able to get some a decent amount of damage in with the Thunderbolt. With that though, I think the Sky Attack is going to be finishing us off. Yep, unfortunately that marks the end of our guy there. And unfortunately this does look like the end of my Alone Marok as well. RIPs, but GG's all around. What is the orange tentacle monster? The orange tentacle monster is Deoxys. Specifically the defense form of Deoxys. Which I am going to go ahead and switch out for... I don't know actually. Let's do... Lapras. Let's see how Lapras does. I really don't know a lot. How do they have two special attacks? Oh, sorry, jumping into next match with Dora Neko. But, short answer to that is, you actually, for all of your Pokemon, you are actually able to unlock a second charge move on all of them. In this particular, it does require a good hefty amount of Stardust and quite a bit of candies as well in order to unlock. So for the most part, for usually the base the base amount of Stardust and candy you need is around 50,000 Stardust with 40,000 50,000 Stardust with 50 of the Pokemon's candies. Some of them are, especially like the starters, are a lot cheaper with like 10,000 Stardust. And oh yeah, so for Lugia's sake, that would be the 100 Lugia candy with the 100,000 Stardust. That would be yeah, that would be Lugia's cost there. And I think that would be pretty much the case for all legendary and mythical Pokemon. So it's definitely that one in particular is definitely an investment, and one that I've never actually been able to do personally, but yeah, okay, so with that, unfortunately, we have lost out on... Unfortunately, Scrafty is pretty much decimating... yeah, unfortunately, Scrafty does seem to be decimating our entire team, but at the very least, I'm very grateful for your follow, TTV, Sweaty Bot Boy. You have a preferred part of your name to be called for TTV, Bot Boy, Sweaty? I mean, I can always just continue to say TTV Sweaty Bot Boy. I'm fine with it. Alright, Sweaty. You got that. Made it back in your Fortnite days. Respect that. Sorry, I haven't been commenting too much on this battle. Getting a little too into it, I'm sorry. Alright, let's go ahead and bring back the Stunfisk. Should be able to tank out the next move fairly well. Hopefully. Is Sky Attack. Yep, we are sitting A-okay there. And with that, let's go ahead and fire off one final Rock Slide. Clear out this Skarmory. And we should be good to go. Fingers crossed. You have a Pikachu with this little raggy suit on. I don't know what it is, but it says 2019. I think I know which one that is. Hang on. Normally I should get one win out of the set, so I'm thankful for that. Sorry. Forgive me for my large collection of Pikachus. Is it this one? Something like that. Got like a... Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so I believe that one, the costume it's wearing is based on Mimikyu. Yeah, it'll be based on Mimikyu, which came out in like Pokemon Sun and Moon, which ironically the Pokemon wears that costume because it wants to mimic Pikachu. So we have a Pikachu mimicking Mimikyu's costume that's mimicking a Pikachu. Yeah. We live in confusing times. It's cute but scary. I just looked at the Pokédex entry. No, yeah. Yeah, it's an adorable Pokemon with a very dark history to it, which I feel like you can sum up a lot of Pokemon. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Pokemon history aside, we are jumping into our final match of the night, and we are going against... well, we were fighting a Shadow Nidoqueen, we are now fighting against a Deoxys, in which case I will actually switch out for my Alolan Marowak. I think should be able to handle anything Deoxys throws at us. Thunderbolt's probably going to do some pretty nasty neutral damage, but why does Drifloon need to take so many children? I don't know. I don't know the history of that. I never bothered to question. I feel like I don't want to know the answer to that. Alright, but on the plus side, we were able to clear out the Deoxys, but we are now face to face with a Sableye. Ooh, Sableye's making quick work of us with that Shadow Claw. Definitely not something I want to stick around for too much. Okay, with that, we are able to, at least at the very least, take out their first shield. Unfortunately, Alolan Marowak has bit the dust. RIP. Oh, shoot. Snorlax in its purest form. 000 level 1. That's legit. With that, Nidoqueen has made its return in all of its shadowy goodness. With that, I am going to go ahead and shield out this next one. Is Poison Fang. We probably could have handled it, but I'd rather not take that chance. With that, though, let's go ahead and fire an Ice Beam their way. With that, we do manage to clear out the second shield. So I'll take that. With that, let's see if... I'm actually going to go ahead and use up my second shield here. And let's see if I can close things out with a Lapras here against this Nidoqueen. Oh, jeez. With the sliver of HP it has left, let this Surf be able to clear out the Nidoqueen. Yes. Unfortunately, Lapras has cleared out the Nidoqueen, but has ultimately kicked the bucket. RIP's there. But now, it is just our Steel Pancake against the Sableye. Unfortunately, Foul Play does to quite a hefty amount of damage. Hopefully we'll be able to save... Oh, that's the battle we're busy. Yeah, would be... Oh, no! Can I? Yes. Yes, we can. We have the Earthquake. We have the sliver of HP. Is it enough? Is it enough? We made it. We found a winning formula. I mean, we needed to lose 3 battles to get here, but we found something. And with that, we are able to claim ourselves 2 items out of 5. And claim this Sinnoh Stone and this Charge TM. Always thankful for the Charge TM there. And with that, we have made it. We have gotten our star. We are now rank 6. And we got ourselves 1140 Stardust. I'll definitely take that. Alright, so with that, go ahead and record that final one. Definitely not a particularly great way to end the night, but, you know, at the very least, we got ourselves 2 wins. We got ourselves a Charge TM. I will take that. Oh yeah. Why is yours so hard? I'm ranked 9 in IV. I've never seen any of this Pokemon. No, yeah. I think the meta is just out to get me. maybe tonight is specifically these hours. This is when all the meta people start playing. I don't know. But Lunar Fast Food, thank you for the follow. Really appreciated. Thank you for hanging out in the stream. Apologies though, because I think with that one, I pretty much is starting to get a little bit on the late. What time is it for myself anyway? It is 1:30 in the morning. Hey. So yeah, on that note, I'm probably gonna go ahead and let this time be. Call it a night. Yeah, there's still some good sets this time around. Started out real strong with the first 2 with 5 and O's. Dropped a little bit on round 3 with a 3 and 2. Climbed up a little bit with 4 and 1. And yeah, and then we closed out with 2 and 3. But you know, at the very least, yeah, we were able to adjust to get those last 2 wins. So I'll take that at the very least. But yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sweaty. Yep. Good night, and I'll be sure to ensure. Yeah, I'll be sure. Well, I sure do hope bedbugs don't come and eat me. But yeah. Thank you for all the chats. It's always nice to be able to communicate during these, honestly. Thank you also earlier to Curb786 for the comments as well, and to Garbage Baby earlier as well. And thank you very much to Lunar Fast Food, Sweaty, and Garbage Baby. Thank you very much for the follows. Thank you once again for watching this one, for watching the stream, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. See you.